Battle through the firmament. Great world. Chapter 513. Breaking the formation. Twang. Nearly 100 brilliant attacks struck Yunlo Academy's defensive formation simultaneously. The resulting shockwaves caused everyone's brains to buzz and spread out for thousands of miles, shattering the surrounding trees into fragments. The heavy dark clouds in the sky were dispersed instantly, and some of the weaker individuals felt their blood and ki churn, nearly causing them to fall from the city walls. Above the defensive formation, ripples appeared on its surface. The interwoven origin ki resembled a turbulent lake, anything but calm. Yet, the formation remained completely undamaged. The combined assault of nearly 100 Monic Emperor-level experts had been entirely absorbed by the Grand Formation. Hiss! What a terrifying formation! It's actually so indestructible, worthy of being one of the 4 great academies that have stood tall in the star field for so long. Even though it's ranked last, its foundations are unfathomable. On the distant mountains, many experts who had followed behind watched as the attacks of several hundred Monic Emperor experts returned empty-handed. They cried out in shock and exclaimed repeatedly, "What a hard tortoise shell!" A fierce expression flashed across Shen Kanglong's dignified face. His gloomy eyes fixed on Su Jiang, who stood within the formation. The latter's expression was cold, his gaze icy as it slowly swept over the crowd. "Elder Su, I admire you as well. As long as you hand over husband Xiaoyan, we will leave immediately." Shen Kanglong's cold voice resounded across the land. The other 5 remained silent, apparently deferring to him. Wishful thinking. Use your brain. What did the winner of the 4 academies competition say? He is the number 1 amongst his peers in the star field. His potential is limitless, not to mention killing a spirit king. Even if he killed everyone in the chaos, who would dare to say no? Su Jiang's eyes were sharp as he surveyed his surroundings, his deep voice echoing in everyone's ears. "I'm afraid today's incident has already spread across the star field. Let those who once looked down on Yunlo see this. No matter how weak our Yunlo is, we can still protect our own students." Su Jiang's angry shout grew louder. His eyes turned slightly red, as if he were venting years of pent-up frustration. For many years, Yunlo Academy had never been in such a sorry state, with no one ever daring to come to their doorstep to demand a student. Today, only those who died in battle remain in Yunlo Academy. Elder Shao also spoke sternly. He waved his sleeve, causing the wind and clouds to surge. His strength far surpassed that of these gang leaders. With the protection of Yunlo Academy's Grand Formation, he could hold these guys off for a while. "Stubborn fool. The strongest gangs in my chaotic 100 clans have joined forces. If we can't destroy your Yunlo Academy, we will be ridiculed by everyone." Shen Kanglong's expression turned ferocious. Behind him were nearly 100 Monic Emperor-level experts, including 6 Emperor cultivation experts. Such a scale, even some medium-sized powers in the star field couldn't match it. If that's the case, I'll satisfy all of you. Let's see how I break your turtle shell. A green barbaric bull, 1,000 feet long, materialized. Its 4 hooves stomped across the air alternately. Under the furious roar of the ancient barbarian, the green bull snorted, white smoke billowing from its nostrils, seeming to burn the air. Then, it raised its head and hurled towards the sky before furiously charging at the Grand Protective Formation. Its 2 horns looked as if they could pierce through heaven and earth, making the entire mountain range tremble. This is the Green Desolate Axe. The ancient barbarians are really willing to use it. The Green Desolate Barbaric Bull can only be summoned 10 times. I never thought it would be used so quickly. Those who recognized the Azure Desolate Barbaric Bull couldn't help but suck in a deep breath and mutter to themselves. The Barbaric Bull, could it be a manifestation of the Green Desolate Axe? Impossible. A heavenly weapon has a spirit. Doesn't it require a high-grade heavenly weapon to have such an ability? Hearing this, the people nearby exclaimed in shock. In the vast capital of chaos, they had never heard of anyone possessing a high-grade heavenly weapon, except for the mysterious 3 sovereigns. The azure desolate axe is a heavenly weapon inherited from ancient times. It is supported by a unique formation obtained by the ancient barbarians. With this formation, they can temporarily summon the azure desolate barbaric bull. Unfortunately, this formation can only be used 10 times. The old man who spoke earlier let out a long sigh, clearly knowing much about the azure desolate axe. The green barbaric bull ran through the air, causing the surrounding mountain peaks to shake constantly. Giant rocks fell, and the mountains trembled, making some of the weaker individuals turn pale. The power of this suppression was truly shocking. Buzz! Under everyone's gaze, the barbaric bull shot across the sky like a meteor. Its huge horn violently smashed into Yunlo Academy's grand formation. Instantly, the ground shook, and numerous hideous cracks spread far and wide. Ugh! Su Jiang, who was controlling the grand formation, turned pale. He forcefully swallowed the blood rising in his throat, his eyes filled with shock as he looked at the barbaric bull outside. Under its violent impact, the grand formation protecting the entire academy was on the verge of collapse. If this thing were allowed inside, the consequences would be unimaginable. This is the ancient barbaric bull. I've only heard of it. I never thought it would be so powerful. Elder Shao's expression was solemn as he looked at the mountain-sized barbaric bull in the air. His palms were sweaty. Yunlo Academy's defensive grand formation isn't just for show. Su Jiang coldly harumphed. He moved his 10 fingers, and the boundless origin key in his body whistled. At the same time, the defensive formation, on the verge of collapse, stabilized once more. The formation had been built by the 2 directors of Yunlo Academy. Although worn down over time, it had been reinforced by the recent heavenly reward. Hong, hong, hong. Each time the green barbaric bull collided with the formation, the earth trembled. Whether it was the elders of Yunlo Academy or the monarch emperor level experts among the chaotic crowd, their minds buzzed. Their eyes were filled with shock as they watched the green barbaric bull. Roar! After about 10 collisions, the grand formation began to tremble again. Su Jiang was already drenched in sweat. The consumption of origin key to maintain the grand formation was astonishing. Even with the best medicine pill from the Pill Association, it couldn't keep up with the rate of consumption. Bastard! Gu Man's expression was gloomy in the distance. He had never expected Yunlo Academy's grand formation to be so firm. He looked at the green desolate barbarian bull. Its body had begun to show traces of illusion. Just as Gu Man hesitated, a blood-red light suddenly flashed across his eyes. In an instant, his entire body seemed stimulated. He let out another hysterical roar. Blood-colored origin key surged around the barbaric bull, howling. Moments later, the bull regained its vigorous appearance and continued ramming into the grand formation. It's been used again. The monarch emperors from the blood barbarian tribe were shocked. They knew the effects of the azure desolate axe well and how stingy the ancient barbarian tribe was with using the barbaric bull. They would only consider using it at critical moments of life and death. Who would have thought it would be used twice in such a short time? Endless questions lingered in everyone's minds, but the other 5 leaders remained expressionless, seemingly unsurprised. Boom! The green barbaric bull howled. Su Jiang, who was taking a medicine pill, was caught off guard and sent flying once more. He was caught by Xiaoyi and the others behind him. The moment Su Jiang was sent flying, a sound like shattering glass echoed in everyone's ears. The grand formation has been broken. Everyone was shocked. They looked up at the sky above Yunlo Academy. A ray of light shot into the sky, overshadowing the sun, then slowly dissipated. Yunlo Academy was now completely exposed. It's over. Once the grand formation is broken, Yunlo Academy is at their mercy. Although the inner courtyard and realm in valley also have protective formations, it's over. Those watching from a distance sighed helplessly. In the end, Su Jiang was too weak. If a monarch cultivation warrior had been maintaining the formation, it would have taken Gu Man much more effort to break it. What a disappointment. On a cliff, Zhu Yan, wearing a white robe, smiled coldly. He closed the folding fan in his hand. He had thought Yunlo Academy would put up more of a fight, but it was broken so quickly. I am really puzzled. Why haven't the two elders of Yunlo Academy, Chi Bai, shown up? And that mysterious great elder. They haven't appeared yet. Zhu Yan mumbled to himself, his eyes filled with doubt. Kill. Seeing the formation break, joy surged onto everyone's faces. Shen Kanglong waved his hand and roared furiously. In an instant, nearly 100 streams of ki shot into the sky. Like 100 piercingly cold beams, they rushed toward Yunlo Academy. You have underestimated us. Killing intent emerged on Su Jiang's face as he stood up. Instantly, he formed several hand seals. With a loud bang, the killing intent of the world rose. Attack and kill formation, activate. Elders, listen up. Protect the academy and kill the traitors. Su Jiang and Elder Shao's voices resounded simultaneously. Chapter end. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.